Hello friends, welcome to karmatech. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can easily customize your Mac with the help of default options present in it. It's going to be an easy video, but before going ahead, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Let's start the video. So let's start with the basic customization, which is related to dock. Now, suppose if you want to add any particular application to dock, then how can you do that? So first of all, you have to open Launchpad. Here, you will be able to check out all the application. Now, suppose if I want to add Apple TV to dock, I'm going to click and hold it, and if I drag it to dock like this, Apple TV has been added to dock. So this is how simple it is to add any particular application to dock. Now if you want to remove it, again click and hold it, and this time you have to move it to bin. Now what it will do is it will only remove the application from dock. It is not uninstalled, it is still present in your Mac. So this is the process how you can add or remove application from dock. Now let's talk about other customization option related to dock, and that is if you want to increase the size or if you want to add some effect. So for that, you need to go to system settings, go to desktop and dock. And the first option is size. So if I want to increase size of dock, I'm going to use this toggle. If I move it ahead, you can see it will increase the size. And if I want to decrease the size, I can move it towards the small option, right? So you can choose whichever size is more preferable to you. I usually keep it to this particular size. If you want to increase it, you can move it to large option. Okay. Next is currently you can see if I point my arrow over here, nothing is happening. So if I want to add magnification effect, I can do that. Let's keep it to 50% for now. And this is how magnification looks like. So if you want to increase it, move it to large, and this is the maximum magnification effect you can get. I usually prefer it to keep it to off. You can choose whichever option you want. Next is position of dock. Currently it is set to bottom, you can see. If I want to keep it on the left hand side, I'm going to select this drop down. I'm going to select left. So now dock is moved to left. If I want it on the right side, I'm going to select right option. So yeah, this is how you can change the position of dock. Next is minimize window using. Some effects are given over here. One is Genie effect, another one is scale effect. So what is Genie effect? If I minimize settings application, you can see the animation. So this is the Genie effect. Let me open once again and let me show you. So this is the Genie effect. You can change the effect. So if I select scale effect and if I minimize settings once again, so now you can see earlier it was Genie effect. Now currently it is displaying scale effect. So you can choose whichever effect you want. I like Genie effect, so I use it that way. So the next thing is, what if I don't want my dock to be visible each and every time? I just want it to go away whenever I'm not using it. So in that way, in that case, you can use this option, which is automatically hide and show dock. So if I turn it on, you can see now dock is not visible. Now, if I want to access any particular application, or if I want to open any particular application which is present on dock, what I'll do is I'll just simply point my arrow at the bottom, and this is how I can access dock. And from there, I can open any particular application. And once it is done, once I've moved my arrow, dock is gone. So yeah, this is how simple it is to hide your dock automatically. If you don't want it, you can turn it off. Now on the same page, if I go down, you get an option of hot corners. So if I select hot corners, you will get a pop-up screen like this. You can set action for each corner of the screen. Now currently you can see at the right hand side bottom, I have selected quick note. So if I want to access note quickly, I'll just point my arrow like this at the bottom on the right hand side, and I can access quick note. If I want to go to mission control, either I can use gesture control, or I can just simply point my arrow towards left hand side top corner, because I have kept mission control over there. So if I point my arrow like this, I can access mission control. You can choose whichever option you want. If I select this drop down, you get multiple actions to choose from. You can use application window, you can select desktop, you can select notification center. For example, if I select left hand side bottom to launchpad, so I don't have to go and select launchpad over here. I'm just going to point my arrow to the left hand side bottom like this, and I can access launchpad. So yeah, you can use hot corners as well. This is actually a very good option. Now let's talk about menu bar customization. And for that, you need to go to control center. The control modules which you are able to see over here, you can access them from here on the menu bar. So if I select this control center icon, all the control modules present over here is given over here under control center module. So you can check it out. Now you are able to see some of the icons over here directly on the menu bar. There is Wi-Fi icon, there is Bluetooth icon, there is user icon as well, there is search option, and this is the screen recording icon. So what if you want to add multiple icons over here? So for that, you can go down and look for other modules. You have accessibility option over here. If you want accessibility shortcut to be visible on menu bar, you can turn this on, which says show in menu bar. So you can see accessibility shortcut icon has been added to menu bar. If you don't want it, you can either turn it off, or else you can just simply press command click and hold this icon, and you can drag it to desktop like this and you can leave it. You can also use this way to remove any particular icon from menu bar. Again, if you want your battery to be visible on menu bar, you can turn on this icon. If you want the percentage to be visible, you can turn on this icon as well. Now as soon as I turn off show percentage, you can see percentage is not visible. If you want it to be visible, you can turn on the toggle for show percentage. So you can do some basic customization related to menu bar over here in the control center option. You get multiple control modules over here. You can choose whichever option you want, right? If you go down, there is one option which says automatically hide and show the menu bar. It works same as dog. So if I select always, you can see menu bar is gone. And if I want to access it again, I'm going to point my arrow over here at the top and I can access the menu bar. And as soon as I remove the arrow, menu bar is gone. So you can choose multiple options over here. I usually prefer it to keep it to full screen. So whenever an application is turned to full screen, only at that time menu bar is gone. Rest of the time it is still visible on the screen. So these are some basic customization you get for the menu bar. Now let's talk about other things like how can you change the wallpaper. So for that you need to go to wallpaper section, which is in the settings. So if I go to wallpaper over here, there are some default options present on the Mac. One is either you can choose dynamic wallpapers. So if I choose Macintosh, I'm able to check out some old looking wallpapers over here. If I want wallpaper which came with Mac OS Sonoma, I can choose that as well. I can use wallpaper for Ventura. So there are multiple options present over here. You can choose whichever option you want. So this is how simple it is to change the wallpaper. But what if I want to set a wallpaper which is downloaded from internet? So you can see I have made a folder over here, wallpapers, and I have downloaded all these images from the net. So suppose if I want to choose, or if I want to keep any particular image as a wallpaper, so you can directly go to that image. You can right click and you can select set desktop picture over here, right? And it will change the wallpaper. So this is how it looks, right? But there is one more way. You can directly change it from settings as well. So you can just simply go to add photo option over here and select this choose option, and you need to go to the folder. So I have made a wallpaper folder in download. So I'm going to go to download. I'm going to go to that particular folder. Suppose if I want to select this picture as my wallpaper, I'm going to select the photo and I'm going to select choose option. So the image you choose with this method will be displayed over here. Now if I want to choose another photo, I'm just going to choose this Aston Martin photo once again and I'm going to select choose. Now you can see. Now let's talk about other customization, like how can you change the wallpaper. So for that you need to go to wallpaper option in settings. Initially it will display some dynamic wallpapers which you get by default. So you can choose Macintosh. Basically if I wait for some seconds, this is how Macintosh looks like, right? Next is Sonoma. So this is the default wallpaper for macOS Sonoma. Similarly, you also get a default wallpaper for Ventura. So you get multiple wallpapers over here. You can choose landscape over here. You can choose cityscape. All these are the moving options. So the one with video icon are moving wallpapers, or you can say live wallpapers. So as soon as I lock my screen, you will be able to check out the moving wallpaper over there. And as soon as you unlock it, it will become stable. So yeah, now you can see currently it is downloading the cityscape. Once it is download, you will be able to check out the wallpaper over there. So this is how the Dubai skyline wallpaper looks like. You can choose whichever option you want. As I told you, if you want dynamic wallpaper, you can choose it that you can just simply select it at the top. So this is one way of doing it. Another way is I have downloaded some image. So what if I want to keep that as a wallpaper? So you can go to that particular folder. Now suppose if I want to keep this particular image as my wallpaper, I'm going to select that image. I'm going to right click and then select set desktop picture. This is another way of selecting your wallpaper. You can just directly go to that image and you can keep it as your wallpaper. Now another method is in settings itself. If you go to add photo and if you select choose, you just need to go to that folder once again. This time let's try to keep this particular image as wallpaper. Select the image, select choose option. And so the image which you keep to choose as a wallpaper with this particular method will be displayed over here in the settings page. Now if I try to add another image, let's select this image once again. It will change the wallpaper and it will also add it to wallpaper section over here. If you want to remove it, you can just simply select this cross icon. Now I'm not able to remove this picture from wallpaper because it is already been selected. If I select another image and then I can just simply remove that particular image from wallpaper section. So yeah, there are three methods by which you can simply change your wallpaper. Now let's talk about some other things, like how can you add widgets to your Mac. So if I right click on the desktop, you get edit widgets option. You can select that and there will be a pop-up screen like this. You can choose whichever widget you want. There are also categories over here. So if I select batteries, I can choose any battery widget over here. You can choose this small option, medium option, and you do get this large option as well. If I go to calendar, you get multiple options for calendar as well. If I go to clock, you get multiple clock options over here. So if I select this, it will be added to your desktop. If you want to change the position, you can click and hold it and you can keep it wherever you want, right? If I want it over here, I can keep it here. If I want it over here, I can keep it here. Now, if you want to remove that widget from desktop, right click and select remove widget option over here and it will be removed. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. These are some simple settings which are present in your Mac, and you can simply customize your Mac using these settings. I hope this video was helpful, especially if you're a new user. It will definitely help you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.